Welcome back, and this is Cape Canaveral, and this is Gemini 5. Now, like the previous Gemini mission, which is Gemini 4, I have no EVA equipment. I have had to actually remove just about everything except just resources and electric charge. In other words, food, water, oxygen, electric charge, in order just to make it to this 8th day. So this is basically going to go for 2 contracts, 2 missions. The Gemini 5 contract, which has been there for quite some time, which is just for 8 days. There's no other stipulations, just in orbit for 8 days with 2 crew. And the second one is a split altitude record, which I've tried twice before, but I've not quite made. I've managed to do the 3 day, I think it's 3 days, at the lower altitude. But the higher altitude one, which is for 5 more days, coming up to the 8 days basically, between the 2 altitudes. That higher altitude I haven't been able to make because obviously another 5 days. There's no way I could build. I could only just make it just almost at the beginning of 4 days. Alright, so here we go. So who's going to go? You? No. Obviously not you. Jonas was the last time. Anmin. Anmin. Has Bill been? Yeah, Bill's been. Bob. Yeah, I think I'll take Bob again. So Anmin as the pilot, and I'll take Bob scientist. Alright, so that's Anmin as the pilot and Bob as the scientist. Obviously there's no engineer, so if anything goes wrong I'll have to just deorbit it, but hopefully nothing goes wrong. Alright, let's head to the launch pad. It'll be a dawn launch. So I think that's how I went too low again. Spent too much time in the atmosphere. Yeah, I've got to stop doing that. Trying to go too low. I best circularise the orbit. RSS on. I practiced this in 1 hour 21 minutes. Time to pay out this is 40 minutes. Okay, so I need to push. So 650 to 700 on the apoapsis, so I can't raise the periapsis up just yet. I've got no limits on ignitions on this, but I am going to shut it down. And once again, I cannot control anything again on this. Best extend these now, so we don't use too much electric charge. Alright, so I used about a quarter of a tank. Yeah, definitely went too shallow. That's the problem. That's the problem when you're doing so many different types of launches and using different types of launches, different engine combinations. You sort of forget exactly how they're supposed to fly. But I did go too low there anyway. That second stage should get you above the atmosphere and circularise the orbit. But then again, I'm carrying a fair bit more weight. But I think 10,000 Delta V should get you into orbit. But then again, depends on how long you take and how much of that Delta V is actually absorbed while you're in the atmosphere. Let's let the nose cone go. And there's not much point in doing it. Nothing to rendezvous with. Right, crew duration 14 days. No. 4 crew. That will be coming up sort of sometime, possibly next. Scan of the moon. Gemini 5. Well, that's fine because that's like I said before in the beginning. There's no stipulated orbital requirements for that. So there's nothing there. It's just in orbit for 8 days. Now we're navigation satellite. So we've got 1 day, 3 hours 36 minutes to go on that. But they're in position, they're fine. Another money making contract there, ionisation scan. Yeah, 250 and 450, that's the lower altitude, but above 190. So yeah, so we've got to go onto the apoapsis and kick the periapsis up. So yeah, I should have gone higher. We've got plenty of electric charge, over 1.5 million units. It's a shame I can't leave this sort of open as it is, so when I go over it, mouse over it, it pops just this up instead of all of these again. If I go over that again, no, it hasn't, that's fine. Alright, so what have we got? So we need to head round. So we've got 45 minutes till the apoapsis is arriving, at thereof. So, yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, I should have gone higher. So yeah, it's a nice view though. Oh, sandwich is still there. Right, so we need to head around to the apoapsis about 45 minutes and then burn, just bring up just 190 kilometres. It shouldn't kick the apoapsis up too much, even if it does at all, which it shouldn't do. Then the start of the 8-day endurance, both those contracts should be completed then. Alright, so that is 5 days, 15 hours, 18 minutes. Now I've gone well past the 5 days. Now I'm pretty sure it didn't take me 15 hours to get into position for the orbit. So this isn't completing properly. It probably culminated that and that. So you should do this one first. Well, that's 5 days, 15 hours at this altitude. 600, well 750. And well above 190, so we're going to bring the apoapsis down to between 250, so I'd say about 350, and keeping the periapsis above 190. We've used up a lot of electric charge. At 1.5 minutes, we've used just about half the electric charge for those 5 days that we had. 1.5 into 774,000. So about half what we started with. Also, lets me bring it up. Geostationary Communications Network, congratulations, this new high-tech network is working great. So I've got 2,125,000 funds and 19 reputation. So that's a geostationary comsat, that's a 4-way comsat finished. So that's a 4 network sats in place and confirmed. Alright, so now let's head around. Apoapsis, no, it's periapsis, 1 hour 13 minutes. And I'll burn at the periapsis and bring the apoapsis down to about 350 kilometres. And then stay there for another 3 days. And that should be completed. Okay, so we're going to retro position, low power. Throttle is at 0, engine is armed. Give it a few seconds just like before, just to make sure the propellant is stable. What's on? I don't understand why it does this. I don't know why it rotates in the first place. Right, about 90 seconds. Give it a quick sort of few seconds kick. Try to keep that periapsis where it is. Alright. Okay, that's that. It's still doing that. Right, so I need to point. Just so the solar panels get an equal amount of sort of light on them. Need to point radial. Totals at 0. I should have been engine down. It's about 205 kilometers, coming on about less than 4 kilometers in the periapsis, so that's fine. I need to rotate, so I think I need to. Take this to about 45 degrees. That's close to 45 degrees. Just so the solar panels are like an X, like a cross, rather than an X, sorry, rather than a cross. Turn it off, put back to stability. And that should be it for the next 3 days, hopefully. Got 766,949 and reducing. 1.2 kilowatts being pulled out of the battery. I'm thinking maybe two large solar arrays are better than 4 small ones. They don't quite fit, don't exactly fit correctly, so you can't have them all point at the sun at the same time. That's what's doing electric charging as well. What are they? 246 watts. So between all 4 of them, if they're all between 83 and 100%, it should be generating at least 1 kilowatt. That's like 204, because obviously it's not facing the sun. That's 246. I think the only way to actually avoid any problems with having to sort of align solar panels is to leave the vessel in orbit, at which point satellite support, background processing, everything else just calculates as if they're always fighting the sun. Half their orbit. So half their sort of orbit depend on their altitude, which is also calculated with background processing. It just keeps there, so you don't need to keep reorientating, because if you stay here, you've got to keep reorientating the thing manually. And that's the only thing about it. But we'll see if it works. I used half electric charge for 5 days, so I should have at least 3 days worth. That's, you know, logically would suggest that anyway. Alright, let's head round to the end of this contract, hopefully. So 3 more days. Okay, so that's 9 days, 6 hours, 57 minutes at both split altitude and the Gemini 5 contract for 8 days straight. Completed. Need to head back in order to receive the completion alert and rewards. Right, so where are we? Time to apoapsis. I'm going to bring the apoapsis down. Yeah, 39 minutes before we get to the periapsis, so we'll head round to the periapsis and bring the apoapsis down. Got plenty of fuel. We have 250,000 electric charge still. That's after nearly, well, 9.25 days. Just over 9 hours 7 minutes. 9 days 7 hours. So just under. You could say 10. We could probably go to 10 days, but I won't risk it. Yep, so obviously Gemini is a little bit greedy on electric charge, so the future version will probably be a lot more efficient. But right now, I think that's about the limit. 250,000 electric charge. I want to head back and start on the next missions. Gemini 6. I think I may do Gemini 6 and Gemini 7 alongside each other and have them rendezvous in orbit. See if I can actually get them to dock together, which didn't actually happen. They actually use a target, a Gina target vehicle to do that. Alright, let's head round to the periapsis and bring the apoapsis. Maybe bring the apoapsis down. Okay, so ready to deorbit. Just gone slightly past the periapsis, but it makes no difference. Okay, throttle is 0, engine is on. A few seconds of RCS. So about 3, 2, 1. So that's 210 in apoapsis, well just almost 211, and 97.9, so almost 98 kilometers at the periapsis. Right, unlike last time, I'm not going to decouple. Not till I'm sure we're actually inside the atmosphere. So that's rendezvous gone. So I did make a mistake already down the chute. So hopefully it opens, otherwise we're going to lose Anmin and Bob. I won't be using the RCS on the main module, the actual service module anymore. I'll disarm that. Right, so we'll just start to enter the Earth's atmosphere and let the service module go. I just don't want to let it go just yet. Right, let's let the service module go. SES is off. Actually, I'll leave SES on. Right, so re-entry package is armed. And let's let it go. So 3, 2, 1. So I've got 243,600, just over 600 electric charge remaining. So that is another, well, I can count it's about 80,000 for 24 hours if I've got the solar panels pointing at the sun correctly. So you're talking about 100,000 almost. It's just to be safe, calculate about 100,000 for every day. So it'll be 24 hours. So for 10 days should be 2.4 million. with solar panels, that should be reduced by half. Right. Should be, but it doesn't always work out. Okay, so the chute is armed, that's fine. And we're getting slight oscillation again. Shouldn't need that correction package, the actual entry control package. But unfortunately, you just don't always know. Sometimes it can just be slightly unpredictable. Right. So we should start to enter the Earth's atmosphere properly, actually re-entry interface properly, at about 75 to 80 kilometres. so back at Cape Canaveral. Successful Gemini 5 mission. 8 days an important landmark as that is the time that it would take to launch a mission to the moon, land and return to Earth. The major objectives of this mission were to demonstrate a long duration crewed flight, evaluate the effects of long periods of weightlessness on the crew, and test rendezvous capabilities and manoeuvres using a rendezvous evaluation pod. I didn't actually see that, it didn't tell me about that, did it? Right, secondary objectives included demonstration of all phases of guidance and control systems to support rendezvous and controlled re-entry guidance. Well, we did that. To evaluate the fuel cell power system and rendezvous radar. There is no fuel cell power system, there's only a carbon scrubber. And to test the capability of either pilot to manoeuvre the spacecraft in order to close proximity with another object, or to conduct 17 experiments. Got a nice payout there, 1.274 million, back up to 6 million. 3 more science points and 12 reputation. Okay, so it'll flight with 2 crew. Crew alive and well after the mission. Only gets 120,120 reputation though. Right, so that's that completed. Okay, so that is Anmin and Bob. Alright, so I do believe coming up next, in the next episode, will be Luna 9, and that is just an altimetry scan, and then Luna 10. So I'm going to do Luna 9 in the next episode, and Luna 10, which is an impactor, which this time I'm going to be taking some notes as to what the Delta V requirement will be to actually soft land on the moon. I've almost got landing, but I say almost 60 days. But that's fine. So I'm going to be taking some notes during Luna 10. But Luna 9 is an altimetry scan, so I've got to get into orbit around the moon. And for that to happen, I need the moon in the correct position, which isn't always the case. It's only ever in a perfect position to launch towards about once a month. Alright, but that's the end of Gemini 5. It's a complete success, both contracts completed and a lot of money put into the bank. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click like and share if you wish to. And obviously subscribe for automatic updates to this and any other playthroughs that I'm actually conducting right now. Okay, so once again, thanks so much for watching, and see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.